Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Ferreira. Thank you so much for joining me today on our demo. So today's demo is going to be geared towards site work, excavation work, those types of contractors. For our reports that we're looking at, it's going to be for North Jersey and Orange and Rockland counties in New York. So one of the things I think is important is just to kind of explain how we get our information. If you're using another service, they are national and they have a much bigger coverage. So our niche at CIS is our local focus. We are literally in your backyard looking for projects. We're based out of North Jersey, and we cover all of New Jersey. We cover Orange, Rockland, and Westchester, New York City, Long Island, and a part of Eastern PA and Delaware. And how we get our information is we have about 40 reporters inside and outside, literally in your backyard. So we're going to owners, we're going to engineers to get our information. We go to bid openings to get our bid results. And then on the private side, we actually go to planning boards, the town planning boards, to find out about private new construction that's being built. So once we find out what's being built through the planning boards, then we are going to owners, developers, architects, engineers, and following these projects every step of the way. So that, especially for what you guys do as early people coming in for the project, you can decide if you want to get involved with these owners and developers. Maybe they're people that you're trying to get involved with, even for future projects, or whether or not you want to wait till the general contractor has been awarded. So we phase our private work out, and that's kind of what we're going to take a look at. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do with our website, but we're going to just kind of take a look at the basics. This demo is honestly just kind of an overview of CIS. For anybody that's on the call, the best thing is really to set up a one-on-one demo so that we can be really specific in what it is that you're looking for. We can narrow down the specific counties that you're looking for. Some of you do more than site work and excavation. Maybe you get involved with curbs and sidewalks. Maybe some of you do demolition. So there's a lot that's kind of involved. So again, this is kind of an overview just to really show you what CIS does, show you some of our projects we're going to hone in on. But again, we should really do a one-on-one. My phone number, my email, as you can see, is kind of in my background. So definitely please reach out when we're done with this and let me know if you'd like to do a one-on-one. So we're going to start with a custom report that I've already done. So for time, reasons, I've done it ahead of time. And basically what we're looking at are all the projects that are currently out to bid in our northern New Jersey territory, again, including Orange and Rockland counties in New York State. So just to quickly, I want to show you the keywords that we're looking at in this report, so that kind of what's going to be showing up. And it's just some of these, clearing and erosion and excavation and site work and soil and these in here. Again, this is what we're doing for now, but this can always be, modified, and we can add really whatever words are more specific to you. So out to bid, they're showing that there are 109 projects currently out to bid. Every one of these projects has at least one of the keywords that we put either in the title of the project or in the description. So as you're going through, you're kind of taking a look at the title of projects to see, all right, what's of interest. You can even see who the owners are. So, if you don't do federal work, then you probably don't really care about the Army Corps of Engineer projects. Here's sanitary sewer. Let's take a look at this one in, let's take a look at this one in Nyack, Memorial Park improvements. So this is what your public format looks like, the published date. So we originally posted this on October 3rd. It's bidding tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Here's where it's located, the owner, the design firm, the documents. So we're either going to tell you where you can get the documents from, or we're going to give you a link that will take you to them. So in this case, they did give us a link. The cost, who the contact is, where you're getting the docs from, pre-bid meeting. So there was a pre-bid meeting for this project on October 17th. There is a WBE and an MBE goal on this project. The notes section, this is going to tell you about the bid opening. So if you bid public work, then I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. Sometimes it's still being held virtually ever since COVID. Sometimes it's in person. And then, questions are due by, October 26th. And then you've got your description. So this is everything that's involved in this project. So really, really good details. And then it's highlighting the keywords that we had put in there. So we know that there's earthwork, grading, excavation, topsoil. And then if you click on the quantities, even better, this is telling you exactly what's in this project. How many square feet of this and all that kind of stuff. And then after that comes up with the plan holders. So these are all the companies that have picked up plans on this project that are potentially going to bid this job. So if you know that you're only looking to do the sub work on this and you're not going to be a prime contractor on this project, then these are the people that you're going to want to reach out to for your portion of the project. So actually, let's take a look at, and some of them might even be, a competitor of yours. So let's take a look at, let's see, Green Valley Landscaping. So if I click on their name, we're getting to their company profile. You have a company profile as well. This is letting people know who you are, what you do, how they can contact you. So especially if you're going to be working as a subcontractor, and then, you want them to know who they can contact. And here's, categories that they do. But even more important is this information up here, which is holding plans. You can see what else this company is holding plans on. And why that's important is if you're going to reach out to a company about a project, you want to see everything else that they have. So instead of just reaching out about one project, you can, also reach out to them about something else. In this case, they've got the one that we're looking at and another one in here. They're bidding. They're low bids. This is showing you that they have been low bid on 25 projects in the last 3 years. So if you take a look at the projects, it kind of gives you some insight to the contractor as to how they're bidding. So for example, they were low at 98,000. The next one came in at 134 and the next one at 166. So it just shows you whether companies are underbidding, by how much, and is this what they're doing all the time? That's going to give you, some thought about whether or not you want to bid to some of these companies. Their other bids, 42. So if you combine the two, they've bid over 60 projects in the last 3 years. They got 20 something of those projects. So it looks like they do a lot of bidding. I mean, it's showing you what they're bidding and what they're actually winning. And you have the ability, if you want, to track any contractors in here, whether it's a competitor, whether it's a general contractor, by clicking on this little circle. Now, anytime if they pick up plans or place a bid, low or not, automatically you will be notified. Okay, let's take a look at another. Let's take a look at one in Jersey. So here's a good example of what a project looks like that has bid one time before. So again, the same format. This job is bidding tomorrow, but it's a rebid. So what that means is down here in the notes section, we are going to reference the original project. And that gives you, again, some insight to who bid this project originally, what the numbers were, the information about it. So this one bid originally on March 16th. So if we scroll down, we can see here are all the original bidders, and we know that all bids were rejected with the bid results. So for what reason, I'm not sure, but at least you have some really good information to be able to reach out to these other companies about, see if they're bidding the project again, and what the amount was originally. And so same thing, you've got your description, you've got your quantities, one lump sum of soil erosion, site clearing, and everything else that's in this project. And then you can see, unfortunately, owner won't release plan holders. That's because the town of Kearney is what I say one of those uncooperative owners that even if we physically send a reporter, we won't tell them. However, we typically will get them anyway. A lot of times the engineer will tell us who they are, and even our clients can add themselves. So for any project that you are interested in, you want to come over here and track the project. Anytime we update something on the job, automatically it's going to let you know. I'm interested. This is where you want to let other CIS clients know that you're interested in a project, especially if you're going to be working as a sub. You don't know who's looking at these projects, especially if it says owner won't release plan holders, you have no idea. But if you add yourself as interested, you're going to get listed just as these companies are so that people can reach out to you. So all you do is click this, my fake company gets added, and now people can reach out to you for your services. All right, let me remove this so we don't confuse people. Okay, so let's see. Let's kind of scroll down and take a look at some of these other projects. I mean, again, you really want to take a look at the title of the projects to get a really good idea. You guys know exactly what you do, what type of projects you look for. Let's look at something that's maybe a little bit further out. You've got park improvement projects. Let's see. I'm just trying to give us a little bit more. I mean, there's definitely a lot of projects in here. Let's take a look at this one. Athletic fields in Thomas Edison Park. So this is Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders is the owner. And the same information, your pre-bid meeting. This one happens to have a PLA on it. It's a single contract, so we know a GC is going to bid this job. And here, same thing. Here are your keywords in here, a lot of excavation. And then, there's a lot in here. There's trench in here, there's sidewalk. This is a big project. So again, you might bid this as a prime, but you might just want to bid it as a subcontractor. And then here are your plan holders on this project. So just to be fair, let's take a look at a New Jersey contractor. Same thing, Flanagan's Contracting Group. Here's all the info about how you're going to contact them, what they do, what else they're holding plans on. Again, important. You want to be able to reach out to a GC about as many projects as you can. Their low bid, 17 in the last 3 years. And then what they bid that they didn't get, 161. So they are pretty active bidders, as you can see. So somebody that you might want to keep on your radar. All right, getting back out here again. Let's take a look at one more public project before we move on to the private work. Let's see, what do we have in here? Here's another park, Veterans Memorial Park improvements in Rivervale. So this job is not bidding until December 7th. And we've got same thing, clearing site, topsoil, more site. So, take a look at your quantities and decide if this is a good project for you. Okay. Next tab are bid results. These are projects that bid yesterday. And I guess we did the last 30 days on this. So these are projects that bid within the last 30 days. Here's a few from yesterday that bid. So this is, as you can see, we're real fast with our information, and that's because of our reporters. Here's a, let's see, sports complex baseball field in Montclair. And same thing, your description and your bid results. So Flanagan's, oh funny, here they are again. We're the low bidders. And here's everybody else that's in here as well. So pretty tight bid on a pretty big project. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the private work. So a lot of companies, most of you that even bid public work are interested in the private work as well. So the way that we stage out our projects for the private work are pre-planning, planning, and negotiating. These are the 3 different tabs that we are putting our projects into. And the reason for that is because we have a lot of different types of clients that get involved in different stages. So as I said earlier, typically as a site work contractor, you guys want to get involved early on. So pre-planning is super early. It can be conceptual. It can be a town selling off a piece of property to a developer. A GC has not been chosen yet. If they have, we move it from here and we put it into a different stage. So when you're in here, you know that you're going to be dealing directly with owners, developers, design firms. Here's your private work format. First quarter 2024. That's when they're telling us if they are ready to break ground on this project. We know exactly where it's located. The owner, Spring Point Senior Living, out of Wall Township. Your design firm, your planning notes. This is telling you every step of the way what's happening with this project. So as of October 9th, see the target date, demolition is complete. And telling us that in the description, they're going to demo all buildings of the former St. Francis residential community on 17 acres of land to put up a 110-bed senior health care center. So for you, 17 acres of land, that's going to give you a really good idea of exactly what's happening with this project. Sorry, here comes the sun. Just pull this down. Sorry about that. Okay, so again, if you're interested in this job, you can track it, which I've already done, and you can add yourself as interested. This is who you'd be reaching out to at this point. Spring Point Senior Living, letting them know who you are, what you do. Our private work is really great information. There are probably projects that you do not know about or you wouldn't know about unless somebody tells you or you drive by and see it being built. So they're really good leads. But you do have to, it's a proactive approach. You're going to reach out to these companies and let them know who you are and what you do, and that you want to get involved with their projects. So what we are looking at are commercial buildings that are 5,000 square, I'm sorry, commercial buildings 5,000 square feet and larger, and 10 units or more for residential. So that's going to be, condos, townhomes, age restricted homes, things like that. So I'm just trying to find something to look at in here. Take a look at this one in closer. So again, we know exactly where it's located. We know the attorney in this case, the developer, and application for prelim and final site plan will be reviewed by the Poster Zoning Board of Adjustment on November 2nd. So our reporters, our planning private reporters, are going to know what's happening with this after the meeting, and they're going to call, they're going to get an update, and then they're just going to keep following this project every step of the way until it's been completed. But the planning notes are going to keep you up to date, so hey, do I want to get involved now? Do I want to wait? What's going on with it? Is it getting its approvals? That kind of a thing. And then same thing, looking at the description to see how big it is, how many units. That's going to give you a good idea of whether or not this is something that you want to get involved with. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the next tab, which is negotiated. Negotiated is where we are putting our projects when we know who the general contractor is. Now they can still be in the early pre-planning and planning stages, but we move them here so you know that you can reach out to the GC. So we're looking at these projects and we can see that under status, this one says completed, these say in progress. For what you do as a site work early contractor, you're going to want to stick to the ones that don't have a status, because sometimes in progress can mean site work has started, demolition has started, regular construction has started, completed is obviously completed. So let's take a look at this one, the first one on here in Belleville, apartments at 81 Stevens Street. Here's your owner, developer, and contractor, premier developers. That's typically what happens, that you will see the owner, developer, and the contractor as one and the same. So this is who you can be reaching out to if you still want to, if you want to get involved with this project. Construction has not started, but they've chosen their general contractor. So that's what you can do with, with any of these projects that are in here. Just looking to see if there's anything else, but what's here. So again, in progress, kind of stay away from that as a site work contractor. Okay, so I just want to quickly also share with you our daily email. So every day we send this particular email out to you with everything that's new for the day, everything that's been new and updated. So pre-planning, it looks like there's nothing in here for today. But again, we went through and took a look at, projects in those stages. There's 7 projects in planning today. So you can take a look and see, let's take a look at this one in Newburgh. So this is a early project in planning. Ginsberg Developers out of Westchester is your developer. And this is what they're putting up: a 258 unit apartment complex, 4,900 square foot clubhouse, tennis and pickleball court. There's a lot of stuff, and it's on 48 acres. So this is going to be something that, can definitely be good to get involved with. It's still early enough that you can reach out to this developer on this project. Okay, out to bid, whatever's out to bid publicly. This is everything that's brand new and been updated for today. There's 33 projects in here. You just kind of want to take a look at the title of the projects to decide what are you interested in. And then the bid results, these are today's bid results that we found out, projects that bid yesterday, and then negotiated. So same thing. These are the projects that we found out who the GC is. So again, you'll get that in an email, or you can easily access it from here. This is our search bar. This is where contractors can search for projects. They can find you based on the type of work that you do. So if I put in, site work, it'll come up as site work contractors. They can click on this. They can search for you in here. You can also advertise to be the first company that gets listed so that you get your name in front of these contractors. You can search for suppliers, equipment companies, professional services, owners, and even sub requests. GCs are constantly posting projects looking for subs. Here's the tracking. So this is where I'm keeping track of all my projects that I'm interested in. And when there's an update, this is what it's going to look like. You can even make notes, keep track of everything in here that you're doing on a project, makes things very simple. Contractors, you can keep track of contractors. You can keep track of GCs or subcontractors. And this is what it looks like when they picked up plans or placed any type of bids. Or if they get awarded a private project, it'll say negotiated. Okay, looks like my time is up. So I just want to thank you all so much for joining me today. One last thing, want to remind you, we are, the only local lead service in your backyard looking for projects with our inside and outside reporters. So again, I would love to do a one-on-one demo with you to kind of really get into detail with what's important to you. As you can see again, there's my name, my phone number, and my email. Please reach out to me, especially if you have any questions. So thank you so much for your time today. Have a fabulous day.